We're just arriving at Coconut. What's it called? Coconut. Oh, we bogged.
Yeah.
I'm Beck and this is Chris, and we swapped our comfy home for this. And now for this full drive bus. We've been travelling Australia for a year and a half and sharing the adventures along the way. This episode is jam-packed with adventures around Australia's northwest. First off, we're hitting the famous Cable Beach, then off to Coconut Well. Stick around because we get bungee mega bogged for the first time in the sand and then nearly get hit by a four-wheeler. But first, there's something really important we need to do in Broome town. Good morning, we've just arrived in Broome, WA. We drove since early this morning. We are going for a ham cheese toastie and have talked about that toastie since we drove around WA.
Oh my god, it's the best toastie. I don't know what they do to it. It's just a great toastie all round, you know what I mean?
Around the whole of Australia, we have tried to compare toasties. It is the best toastie in Australia, so we're off to get that now. They no longer make the ham cheese toasties, so we're getting bagels instead. We're not ready to talk about how we feel about this. It's no ham cheese toastie, but this is very good. This is the famous Cable Beach. It's 10 minutes from Broome, popular for sunsets and camel rides, but you can also four-wheel drive onto this 22-kilometre stretch of white sand paradise. The hard sand is easy enough to drive on, but if you don't know the huge tides that come in, it's left many cars swallowed by the sea. Local Yawuru people believe their creation began in the dunes behind the ocean here in a place called Minya Park. Minya meaning birthplace. Yes, crocodiles do pass through. Do we care right now? No, we're diving straight into the turquoise water. We've been in Outback Australia for a few months and are banging for a beach swim. How did that feel?
That's good. Very nice.
We've driven the bus up onto Cable Beach in Broome, WA, and had a beautiful swim. It's pretty fresh. It's the middle of winter here, but it is still warm and beautiful. That's our first beach spit. Blah, blah. That's our first beach spit. Blah. That's our first beach swim in a really long time, and me and Chris are both beach bums, so that felt really good. It's our first time having the beach outside our window, so we are going to park up and get a photo.
And go stand there so I can focus on you.
Bungee on the beach! We're just arriving at Coconut. What's it called? Coconut Grove?
Coconut Wells.
Coconut Wells. Oh, we bogged!
Yeah.
We have to put down the tyres. This is our first time being bogged. Let's go sort it out. Oh god.
I'll be able to figure this out. Yeah, this may be really annoying.
Can we get out of this, or do we need to put the tyres down? Guess we didn't make it out. Let's put down the tyres. I should probably note here that there's something that Chris isn't telling me, which is that we actually can't put down the rear dual inner tyres because we can't access the air valve. But there's more on that later. gonna try our luck with just letting down the front tyres and leaving the back tyres that have tracks in place here. And we'll see if we can get out and get to the beach because the sun's going down. We have plans to take photos here at Coconut Wells. Here we go. Attempt 2. Ew! Oh no! That didn't work. Attempt 3. And then we promise we'll put down the tyres at the back. He's not happy. We finally gave in and we're letting down the tyres. Well, we're letting down 4 of 6 tyres. Our tyres are usually at 50 psi. We're letting them down to 20 psi so they're nice and flat and easy to roll out of the sand. While we're doing this, an accident really nearly happened off camera where we nearly got hit by a passing vehicle. More on that soon too. Ew! That was a nightmare.
That was annoying.
If you're wondering why we're covered in sand from head to toe, it's because these young girls, maybe 12-year-olds,
We got slammed.
on a quad bike, came around the corner real fast while we're letting down the tyres. They nearly killed us. I had a tyre right on my shoulder. She was maybe 3 centimetres from absolutely taking Chris and I out and just smashing us up against this tyre. Got covered in sand from the quad bike. I like looked to my right, saw the tyre right there, saw these girls, and I was just like, what is happening? We should have a new lease on life. We just escaped death. We gotta go fast. Coconut Well is a rare gem known as Gulara Bulu Milibinyari to local Indigenous people who reside in a community of beachside homes near here. This incredible tidal lagoon, if you come at the right time, has hundreds of turquoise rock pools to explore. We are so happy to be visiting here, but we're still processing what went on just a few minutes ago. Okay, we've gathered ourselves after that really scary situation. I guess it's a learning curve for us that when you are bogged in a thoroughfare, like where cars are all coming through, we did, for every car, we got up and got out the way while they crossed, but we heard this quad bike coming up real fast and I kind of looked at it and judged the situation. I was like, in my head, I thought they were adults driving. So I was like, we're good. They're going really fast. I don't have time to get out of the way. I'm just going to stay here. Probably because they were teenage girls. When you look at something when you're driving, you're going to immediately go towards that thing. So they went straight towards us. And honestly, they were probably 5 centimeters away from hitting both of us. So I guess the learning thing is no matter what, even if in the split second you think you're going to be okay, still get up and get out of the way so that no one's going to hit you while you're sitting there in the middle of basically a 4-wheel drive road. So now that we've chilled out a bit, we are walking down to Coconut Wells Beach to do a little bit of droning and find the nicest looking rock pools.
Run, Forrest, run.
So Chriso has the drone up here. I need to go find it because we've just spotted a really beautiful rock pool. I feel kind of bad because he has to sit there operating the drone while I get to sit in a rock pool. But every time I ask him if he wants to go, he's like, I don't want photos of dudes in rock pools. fast and we couldn't camp the night here. It's prohibited out of respect to the local Aboriginal community. It goes without saying that we need to show respect to the places we visit and leave them the way we found them. We really hope these beautiful places last forever. It is so fun just walking through these rock pools with the waves behind you, the sun going down. It is so cool. Make sure you wear your thongs, or even better, your water walking sandals, because it's sharp, really, really sharp. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Can you see the fish swimming away? Wow. The truth is though, Chris and I are like really shaken after what happened. Puts a real downer on, you know, everything, because it was so scary. The dad of the girls was like, that's life, this is living. Getting bogged is living. Getting nearly hit by a quad bike while you're bogged is living. I think it's a good way to look at it. Shit happens. No. Yes.
So, Coconut Wells, we found that we have a slight problem to do with our tyres. Not a problem as such, it's really frustrating. Because we have dual tyres, it's really difficult to get to the air valves to then let them down, obviously, so we can go driving in sand. Basically, we got bogged, really. We're trying to go around this real soft sand corner, and I wasn't really paying attention, so I didn't give it enough jandle, and we just like got bogged, and our tyres went down. So then went through the whole rigmarole of putting the tyres down and getting the max tracks, but we got out, so that's good. First bog, job done. Back to the problem of us still being real difficult to let the tyre pressure out and pump it back up. And then I just parked up, we're just at Woolies here, parked up to some other guy, he's like got a bit of a full drive canter, and I noticed he had this U-bend on the air valve. So he came over and I talked to him, we're having a yarn. I was like, oh, where'd you get that U-bend from? And he's like, oh, they're real difficult to find. I think I got them in Port Hedland. Oh, but wait, I've just got a couple spares for you. And then so he just like the solid as dude just gave me a couple of these U-bend things. So they go on your tyre, and then so that bends it back round so then I can access it. And they're like 80 bucks each. And the dude's just like, just have them.
What a freaking legend.
Bloody good, eh?
We were really worried about this situation, and it's solved by talking to some random guy who gave us that for free.
One of two problems to solve. The other problem is that whoever put our freaking tyres on didn't line them up properly, so the inner tyre on the right hand side, rear, can't actually be accessed at all. So that one's fine here, so you can access that really easy. But on the other side, on the right hand side, you don't have it, right? On the right hand side, they haven't lined it up properly, so none of these have the valve. It's actually behind this.
But what
this is really frustrating. So you just need to rotate one of these tyres so you can see the valve.
Oh, there's one there.
Yeah. So that obviously, like, that's the U-bolt thing that goes there.
Yeah.
So like that, and then so we can easily pump it up there.
Yeah. And that brings us to the end of the video. Thank you for sticking around. Next week, we are road tripping to somewhere you will hardly believe exists. We sure couldn't believe our eyes, and we can't wait to take you there. As promised, here are the results of our photos from Cable Beach with our bus bungee and Coconut Well. Please like and subscribe and comment what you'd like to see more of. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.